Alright, YouTube world, here it is, part 2 of what we call Signature Series Day here on Ron's desk. This is the, well, if you don't know what this is, then that's pretty crazy. Eddie Van Halen! This is one of 3 guitars that they started doing, I guess, the past year. They did the black and white one, they did the red one with the black and white tape, and then they did the yellow and black one. Check that out, man. This is right up my alley. I play, well, you've seen my guitars, those BC Rich Gunslingers. This is where it all began right here. Was with the Eddie Van Halen, Charvel, and everybody else followed suit. One knob, one humbucker. This guitar's in for a setup, so we're going to let Ron do his magic. Here we go. Alright, so after opening up the control plate back here, we've noticed there's only 2 springs here. That may be because this particular customer might have taken one of them out, but normally they have 3. I would imagine that the customer took these out, so we're going to go ahead and make sure that there's enough tension on the bridge. It looks like there might actually be too much. So we always, I know I've mentioned this in other videos before, it's very important that you know your string gauge when you're playing a guitar with a Floyd Rose, because that balance between the string tension and the spring tension, those are 2 separate words, S-T-R-I-N-G and S-P-R-I-N-G, is very important for a guitar like this to be able to stay in tune. So it's time to tune this thing up and see what she needs. We've already put in another spring back here, and it looks as if we still need to release some of the tension there, which is going to adjust our tuning, obviously. Yeah, we noticed the action was a little high on this guitar, so we're going to go ahead and crank that old Floyd Rose down. Yeah, one thing I love about this guitar, that, you know, also with my guitars as well, is you've got that 16-inch radius on the fretboard, which is virtually flat. It makes these guitars extremely easy to play. But this is a very, very cool guitar. One of the guitars that started it all. Alright, so we've gone ahead and added a 4-spring in there as well, just so that the bridge has enough tension on it, and that's really what you need. It's a very delicate balance, like we said before. Another very important thing is the height of the rear pole pieces on your humbucker. That makes a huge difference in the tone of your guitar, as far as being balanced from one string to another when you're playing chords, as well as any lead work. So last but not least, we are going to put some new strings on this bad boy. Ron's just kind of tightening up the pick guard down there and making sure everything is all set. But yeah, she is set up and ready to go. She plays like a dream. Alright, there it is, man. That's what this guitar was built for.